Hello Internet! Welcome to Games That Time Forgot. It's October here, and this time around we're looking at 2011's The Darkness 2, put out by 2K Games, Top Cow Comics, and this time, Digital Extremes. I don't want to dump on Digital Extremes just yet, but I do have an issue when a series decides to switch developers in the middle, or in this case the beginning of a series, for reasons that will become clear as we really quick jump to the plot. You're back as Jackie Estacado, the New York mobster with the demon in his soul that, at the end of the last game, had completely lost to the darkness, and was going to slowly be driven mad while watching the horror that the demon inside him has unleashed upon the world, all because he sought revenge for the death of his love, Jenny Romano. So, you start out having dinner with two hot blondes, and the darkness power has been held at bay for 2 years, thanks to the help of Johnny Powell, a guy who's kind of like Woody Allen on coke. But then all of a sudden, oh no, an evil brotherhood known as the Brotherhood. I wish I was making that up. The Brotherhood attacks you because they want the darkness powers that you have that you don't want and have been trying to get rid of for 2 years, but the darkness doesn't want them to take it from you because reasons, despite the fact that they want to do all the stuff that the darkness wants to do, which is destroy the world and kill people. But you have to hold on to that despite the fact that you don't want it because them destroying the world is bad, and for some reason after only 2 years you have complete control of, because you have to do the, and there's things. Anyway, every likable character is dead and you're rewarded with an ass shot and a bunch of boobs. Remember how I gushed about themes and everything in the last game? That was fun. It was a lot of fun. This is not that game. In fact, the game puts me in a weird position, because I want to talk about the controller interface and the UI and all that sort of stuff that normally I can't be asked enough to really cover in depth, because that's kind of the saving grace of this game. The user interface is interesting enough that you have more access to the darkness arms, the two little demon things in the corner of the screen there, and it's slightly less cool than the first game, but it's way more intuitive and well thought out in this one. That is good and bad, because the rule of cool has certainly taken over this game. Compared to the first game in the series, just the darkness, this one feels slick and wonderful. Quad wielding is a lot of fun, using one arm to grab stuff, using the other to slash and hack and kill and maim, while you dual wield your pistols, your shotguns, your what have you, your things. Anyway, look, you can upgrade all your stuff through the talent tree, which is nice, kinda, sort of, in a way, and it goes along with the whole vibe that Jackie is controlling the darkness now and the darkness isn't controlling him. Like we were warned about at the end of the last game, because we just threw that out. I'm still complaining about this, I'm sorry, but it bothers me, okay? It bothers me. Anyway, you lost the power to just open black holes in space and time, which I kind of understand. The demonic arm has shifted around a little bit, so it's something else entirely. Creeping Dark is a bit different. It's now the name of the two demon things there, sticking out your shoulder blades and looming over in front of you like two little looming things. And they got rid of the superfluous darkness guns by letting you fire bees at people! Not really bees, flies, but they're not as much fun to say. But it's the controls that really, I think people should try the game for, and here's why. Think about all the different little cyberpunk and I'm gonna hack this stuff, and even steampunk later, games that could possibly happen where you have neat little robotic arms or strange little techno-organic things growing out of you that you use as weapons, or you have to hack into the computer thing and you have to stay within a certain radius. Well, now you can have the arm thing coming out of you doing that. It has a lot of potential, and I want people to see that potential because I like that. I like the idea of it, and that's really the biggest recommendation I have. Now, here's why the game sucks. The Darkness video games aren't really adapted from the comic books that serve as their genesis point. Yes, there's a connection, there's characters, there's settings, there's even Darkness powers. But it's never been a one-to-one correlation between the comic books and the first video game, which I really, really dug. I'm fine with changing the medium, in this case comic book to video games, and then changing what the product is. I think that's good, because there's certain things you can pull off in a video game you can't pull off in a comic. The Darkness, the video game, whatever its flaws, combined all the cinematic, intimate, and emotional core that I never got out of the comic book back when I was reading it. It became its own thing, its own beast, and I fully appreciated that fact. And I loved it. Part of it's the presentation of the characters, how you have Jackie just standing there, delivering his little monologues, clearly terrified of whatever is around him, stalking him, getting closer to him at all times. It could be the darkness. It could be the events that are coming closer and closer to an end. It could be his own conscience. You can't really say. He did feel like a character whom fate had groomed into a tragic figure. Now that's game 1, but we're talking about game 2 here. Hello, white suit, throne, steam, mist, total power. It's gorgeous. Just one problem. It doesn't seem like any of the lessons he learned from the last game took hold. He doesn't even seem like some kid who grew up on The Sopranos and Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Jackie is no longer the everyman, the guy who's just sort of there, bumbling through existence and has been warped by a world that is totally tainted before he even arrives on the scene. In the first game, they mention him nailing a frog to a door because he doesn't want to be adopted by Paulie Franchetti. He gets chastised by Jenny, and he gets on with his life. It's implied he doesn't want to be a bad person, but that he didn't know how else to handle this situation. And he learns from it. He learns from his mistake, he doesn't draw it out, he doesn't torture anything else. Cut to this game, where he gleefully remembers curb stomping a kid at the age of 11. You think you might have brought that up last time? Nope. We're in the realm of the douchebag, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a good person, so when he's getting tortured later on by the Brotherhood, aka generic villains, number 47 through 58, please pay attention to this part. I didn't care. I didn't care about him getting crucified. I didn't care about him getting shoved in an Iron Maiden and set on fire. I didn't care about whether or not he was going insane and actually in a mental hospital, which would have been a great idea in the first game, but it's too late now, guys. Sorry. I don't care about his jerk-off friends, even the ones that I liked in the first game. I don't care. You made me not care. And one of the key elements to this that could have made me care is if the villains had been dynamic, but unfortunately, you're dealing with the Brotherhood, and that's it. An evil cult that's surprisingly well-funded, that's doing everything the darkness wants, that for some reason the darkness doesn't want to be a part of. Follow me on that, because you just spent an entire game playing through holding back the darkness and trying to keep it from doing all the things that the Brotherhood is trying to do right now. And I wouldn't even care about the fact that I've seen this all before. I've seen the well-funded evil cult. I've seen the people who just, if you communicated with me and told me what you wanted, this would be a real short game. This would be 5 minutes done. Congratulations, the world is over. But that problem, the fact that I've seen this before and I can't get over the fact that I've seen it before, and I'm thinking about the fact that I've seen this all before while I'm playing it, I mean, come on, why is there an evil cult? Why is the evil cult surprisingly well-funded and trying to destroy the world? Why do they have power armor? Why couldn't we have gotten the sequel that makes sense, rather than this piece that hits all the popular notes and squats in mediocrity? It feels like I'm reading a comic book that is so boring it's a... And then, okay, you know what, spoilers for the fast forward 10 seconds if you don't want spoilers, but you already know my view on this game. It's crap. If you get the good ending... If you battle your way through the Technicolor dream hell, you get rewarded with an ass shot, a boob shake, and then a contrived that would have put Anakin Skywalker to shame. The game is not good. Do not waste your time with it. Beyond the controls, there's nothing to recommend this. My apologies to the voice acting cast. You guys did fine and you're working with crap. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, click around, check out Let's Plays, check out the reviews, check out the mini-movies, check out the everything, and I hope you guys are having a great time. For Games That Time Forgot, I'm October. I don't have a catchphrase, which is a catchphrase. Later, people of Earth.